Welcome back to Theodesty Podcast. Of course, with your girl Word, we are back in the building. I told you guys I'll be back. Grand Rising, Puerto Rican 360. Thank you for coming into the building. We got a lot of shit to talk about. In fact, I'm about to actually drop my link before I go any further, just in case anybody wants to come up and actually, put their input on what they have been hearing so far. So hold on one moment, guys. Let me go in to be able um, to invite my guests. Okay, let's see. Post. I've been maneuvering with this. Yes, guys, it's early morning. Let's see. My phone is not the best. Okay, I see my phone doesn't want me to do it. Okay. All right, guys. I thought it would allow me to, but I guess not. Let's try one more time, though, just in case. Okay, that's that. All right, let's see if I can go into the comments and perhaps hold. It's not allowing me. Alrighty, guys. I guess it's not allowing me. All right. All right. Eventually, I'll fix it. It'll happen. But more or less, guys, thank everybody for pulling up on me. My bush watchers, my replay watchers. I appreciate you guys. All of my subscribers, I appreciate you guys. And I always appreciate you guys coming in and giving me your time and definitely lending me your ear. I'm coming off of work, so forgive me. Like, I'm still in my work clothes, but I definitely had to come through and give you guys the update. The first things first, I just want to say this. You see a picture of Rich Homie Quan. His family did release the video of him and the whole entire funeral, along with him in his casket. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. It's very touchy, but the reason why I put that picture up there like that, because if it is true, based on what I'm about to disclose to you guys, it's a lot of our children that's ending up like that. And there's a lot of mothers and fathers that's in pain. Um, Rich Homie Quan father spoke at his funeral, and he described his son as being his best friend and not knowing how he's going to be able to overcome living without him. It's been a little moment over a month now where we were unable to really be for sure about what his cause of death was based on how he was found, and also the 911 call that was made. Just to make it clear, the news broke through TMZ. And if you go back to my prior videos, you would also be able to listen in and actually get a better understanding of where my information came from as far as when the story broke, because TMZ was the ones who broke the story and reported on Rich Homie Quan's passing. Now, from that point on, the 911 call was released, that was made by his baby mother. So now we are for sure it was his baby mother and it was inside of his home. Um, when that happened, um, everybody was definitely questionable on just the 911 call and just even how the operator was even dealing with the situation. And then his brother comes out and has a statement put out there and says that he found him in the kitchen on the floor with food coming out coming out of his mouth, and he picked him up and he placed him on the couch and he put a blanket over him. Now, remember, in the 911 call that the baby mother made that was released by TMZ, she states that she he never came to bed. He was on the couch. She got up the next morning, prepared their son to go to school. She noticed that he was there before she left. She decided to put a blanket over him, right? And then she went and dropped her son off to school and then came back, and he was still in the same position, which made her have some type of suspicion. And then when she checked on him, she realized that he was foaming at the mouth. She made the 911 call. In the 911 call, the operator asks for a fibrillator. All of those things, I just want you guys, you can go back. Me and the first lady OG, we had the discussion on just that operator call that was made and just the questions that was asked by the operator, and it was just like really bizarre. However, now fast forward to the autopsy has been released, but I will be honest with you guys. I just don't know how much I believe it. But however, if it is true, I will say this: the epidemic, as far as drugs go, within our communities worldwide, with our young people, has reached a ridiculous height. I know this personally, living in New York City. With that being said, I'm going to dig a little deeper and give you guys more research as time progresses, but let's just give you the update as far as what the autopsy is saying currently. And yes, this is not coming from me. This is definitely released by TMZ. Currently, they're stating that Rich Homie Quan died from an accidental overdose, including fentanyl. Rich Homie Quan died from a toxic mix of several different drugs, including fentanyl. Uh, TMZ has learned, according to the Fulton County Medical Examiner in Georgia, the late rapper died from the combined effects of fentanyl, a codeine, and promethazine. His death is being ruled an accident. The medical examiner report obtained by TMZ also notes Rich Homie Quan shows no signs of trauma when his body was found dead and examined. Rich Homie Quan's toxicology results also revealed he had THC in his system. But cannabis is not what killed him. It was the other substance. TMZ broke the story. Rich Homie Quan was found dead last month in his Atlanta home, just a month shy of his birthday. And Rich Homie Quan since been laid to rest, and his estate released a song and a music video of just his whole funeral. And I must say, the song that was released by the estates, and just the way they showed the whole play of the funeral, and then the words that he was saying was definitely something that was powerful. And you, if you listen to the song, it's almost like it's a more a better rendition of Jay-Z, when Jay-Z sung actually wrote that song that he did, I Gotta Let This Song Cry. When Jay-Z wrote that song and that song was put out, I Gotta Let This Song Cry, I would say it's a rendition off of that, but in his own way. And it definitely stood out just based by his words, because you knew it was heartfelt when he was in that studio making that song. I'm going to say this again. I don't know how much I believe that this is why he passed away, but If it is, I'm still very saddened because, like I'm saying to you guys right now, in our reality, our young kids out here, ranging from as young as 11 years old, is out here doing drugs. They're being introduced into these drugs. They don't know what they're getting themselves into, and it's a matter of looking cool. And if they're not doing the drugs, they got our babies out here selling the drugs. You understand what I'm telling you? So, like I said before, our epidemic of drugs right now in 2024 has took a whole different level because me living in New York, I've seen young people 18 strung out on some next shit. I don't, whether it be crack, whether it be cocaine, whether it be heroin, it's sad. No parent wants to see their child out there on drugs, but the saddest part about it is the kids is on drugs, but the parents is on drugs too. When we look at him being there, laying there, and for me personally, listening to what his father had to say the day of his funeral, it was definitely something very heartbreaking because I don't think nobody could understand what it looks like to bury a child in real time. You know what I mean? And me personally, I never want to feel that. So, I mean, that's the report right now, guys, as far as Rich Homie Quan goes. And the craziest thing about it also, if we just go back to a lot of rappers that has passed away. It's been a few rappers that have passed away from drug overdose. Like I said, for me, this is a bit questionable. The only reason for me personally, too, guys, I feel like it's questionable is because of just how the 911 call came across from his baby mother. Um, and even when the 911 call came out, the report that came out through TMZ wasn't even correct. They didn't correct it until afterwards because they were making it seem as though he was with Erica Banks, which was a female that he was also involved with on the side. And they made it seem like it was her home and she was dropping her son off. So now that everything has more clarity to it, and now they have to retrack and go back and make sure that they put out a different statement and make sure what they're putting out is correct. Everything kind of is put in perspective, even um the brother, because the brother wasn't mentioned until afterwards, right? And so, like I said, with the brother and the baby mother, her 911 call, based on his statement that he put out, it was very contradicting to me. And it took them uh, a month for this autopsy to drop right now. And it's just crazy to me that he could have been on all these drugs, like all of it at one time. So how is it feasible if he's on all these drugs at one time? You hear what I'm telling you? You guys hear what I named: fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine, promethazine. Listen to me very carefully. His brother, according to his brother, he went in the kitchen and seen him on the floor with food coming out his mouth, and he picked him up and he put him on the couch at 3 a.m. in the morning. Let's make this very clear. It's no way that this man was on all those drugs and his brother went into the kitchen, found him on the floor with food in his mouth, and picked him up at 3 a.m. and put him on the couch because what, you felt he was still breathing? Listen, Rich Homie Quan was dead way before, if that's the case. When his brother went into the kitchen and picked him up, he was already dead. Like, I don't know, but something seems very fishy to me about the situation. And of course, I don't know if the family is going to further want to do an investigation just to get a follow up, or they're going to stick with what the autopsy says currently right now. And as of right now, they're stating that Rich Homie Quan um, accidentally died from a drug overdose. So, yeah. And as we know, fentanyl is something that's around here. Fentanyl is something very, very deadly. Now, guys, in other frigging news, let me tell you something. This Diddy shit just gets creepier and creepier. That's all I can say. Now, it's a 9-year-old kid, okay, that was a part of a group. Um, they were under Diddy's mentorship. The child that is the child at the time was 9 years old. Now the child is no longer a child. But however, at that time, under Diddy's mentorship, when he was 9 years old, he experienced uh, being sexually assaulted by Diddy, allegedly, and other famous people that were there. Now, a lawsuit has gone out in regards to this. It's said that this particular situation that took place, it took place in 1998. So, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta continue to listen and do my research. But it seems to be that Diddy has been dabbling in underage kids. And to be particular, underage boys. It was a lot of things that was questionable, of course, because we're seeing things that's being put out there, that's being leaked, that's put out there. Justin Bieber video. So it's certain things that it is definitely questionable. But now, for sure, I don't think we really have to question it, because once the feds raided both of his homes, the California and Miami home, and was able to get all those tapes, they already, okay, know what they were going to do in order for Diddy to basically get it through his head. Listen, man, you done fucked up. Respectfully, you done fucked up. Okay? Let's make this very clear. The recordings that Diddy had in his home that was taken out during the raid, those recordings was used to be held over a lot of people's heads that were in high places or wanted to get to certain places, whether it was the music industry, acting, whatever, because at that point Diddy held a certain power in the industry. Now, when Diddy had these parties, that's why I said the list dropped, but not everybody on the list knew or went in willingly, knowing that they were going to be drugged and things were going to occur that they wouldn't remember, but he had the footage to show them and blackmail them. So now listen to me very carefully. They dropped also, you couldn't get into the Diddy FO party if you did not take a drink. So from the time you hit the door and they ask you for your ID and they ask you to sign paperwork and all this shit, they give you a cup. If you refuse that cup, then you're not coming in because you got to drink that cup right then and there. Now, it should send red flags up. But when you're trying to get to a certain place in life and you're dealing with powerful people and you're thinking like, listen, this person could put me in a certain position that I need to be in. What is it gonna hurt? They want me to take a shot of the liquor. What is it gonna hurt? Not knowing what that alcohol contained. That's almost like I would tell anybody. You go to a spa, a lounge, you drinking, you put your cup down, you go to the bathroom. Should you go back and drink that cup? No. You know what you should do? Leave that cup right there. And if you want something else to drink, order you a new drink. But once you leave your drink, don't go back for it because you never know who is around you or what somebody else's intent may be that may be watching you and you not even knowing because innocently you're coming to enjoy yourself. You're not coming to with the intent like, oh my God, somebody's going to do this, so I have to watch this and be on point for this. But for the most part, ladies and males, you go out, you buy a drink, you step away from your drink, and you've been away from your drink just even 60 seconds, leave your drink where it's at. Unfortunately, if you don't want to buy another drink, just take that drink that you were supposed to drink as a loss, and it saved your life because you never know the intentions of people. I'm just telling you guys, this shit is crazy. Diddy drugged a lot of people. Right now, currently, they are questioning a lot of people in the UK. As you guys heard me tell you earlier, there is 100 new lawsuits that is currently against Diddy right now. And like I told you earlier, it seems like since he retains a new group of attorneys, he may be definitely looking to like take whatever plea deal. He did put in for a third appeal, which 9 times out of 10 will be denied. But the new attorneys he attained seems like even when that bail gets denied, then they have him in the mindset of taking a plea deal. But know that he's not the only one that will be going down. It will be a few more people to be exposed. And if you ask me, I definitely feel like they will be exposing people little by little that is on the list. And trust and believe me, I will be back to tell you who else is on the list. And where I left off was at, I believe, Oprah Winfrey, but Jamie Foxx, Travis Scott, Ellen DeGeneres, Quincy Jones, Post Malone. We already know Kris Jenner was in the listen. We already know about Kris Jenner, so she wasn't no surprise. Big Sean, Sean Penn, Future, Adele, Steve Harvey, Michael B. Jordan, Chris Rock, Nas, Joe Jonas, Chrissy Teigen, Eva Longoria, Demi Lovato, Lewis Hamilton, Sophia Vergara, John Legend, Pharrell Williams, Floyd Mayweather, Ryan Reynolds, Black Lively, Iggy Azalea, Lala Anthony, Swiss Beats, Dr. Dre, Titus Ta- Tittums Taylor, Mark Wahlberg, Kamala Harris, Diplo, Nick Jones, Bella Hadid, Sweetie, Offset, Justin Timberlake, Lizzo, Meek Mill, Normani, Miguel, Halle Bieber, Princess Beatrice, and these are the royals we're about to talk about right now. Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenia, Princess Charlotte, Prince Harry, Jaden Smith, Lady Kitty Spen. I'm not sure who that one is. Princess Madeline, Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, John Kerry, Michael Bloomberg, Maxine Waters to Cal Patrick Eric Adams. Remember what I told you guys before. Allegedly, this is the list that has dropped with the names that have been involved in Diddy's parties. Now, have all of them been involved in Diddy's FOs? We're not sure about that. I would say allegedly, but they're saying that these people that are on this list that just dropped has a lot to do and was around and had a lot of involvements in what Diddy was doing. So when they say Diddy wasn't doing this shit by himself, he definitely wasn't doing it by himself. With that being said, guys, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. I am getting ready to not even get a rest because my daughter is definitely about to get up and I got to wake the rest of my children up for school. And I appreciate you guys for coming in and staying tuned. And I will keep you guys posted. I will be going live probably later on, or hopefully, I'll be going live I would say about tomorrow. But until then, I want you guys to definitely take the time out to what? Subscribe, hit the up like button, notification bell. So every time I go live, you will be notified. And let me say it again, the names on the list that I just dropped, that's allegedly the names on the list that attended Diddy's parties. Now, do I know if all of them attended his FO parties? I'm not saying that. But there's still a lot of things to come, and it's a lot more people that also will be behind bars just like Diddy. So stay tuned for that because I will be back to be dropping news on that. And as for the rich homie Quan, that is the update for right now. I don't know how to feel about that, guys, when it comes down to just how his whole situation, as far as the autopsy and the boyfriend, I mean, not, excuse me, the girlfriend and the brother, like, I just don't know how I feel about that type of energy right now when it comes down to it. But however, just stay tuned. I'll be following. Also, I'm still following Young Dolph. So I'm following the Young Dolph trial. I'm basically just trying to get a better understanding of who Young Dolph was, what took place, because not for nothing, his death was very tragic. And like I said, I only could recollect when I heard about it and how it took place and where it took place. But however, I will be back to report on the Young Dolph trial, and it's over. The person has been convicted, but however, it's been one more person to be named, like I told you guys earlier, which is Yo Gotti. So stay tuned. I will be keeping my ears to the streets to keep you guys posted on what information I get. But allegedly, Yo Gotti had something to do with the hit that happened with Young Dolph in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, guys, it is so much shit happening. It's so much shit happening for something bigger. But like I told you, we're going to go down, down, down this little rabbit hole because 9 times out of 10, whatever it is, it's already in plain sight. We just got to take the time to pay attention to what's happening for them to place all of these things in front of us right now. When I tell you this shit has been going on, you let these motherfuckers go do whatever they wanted to do, run amok, gave them the power, and now want to turn around and put them to wash and dry. Shit is fucking crazy. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Like, listen, now where we at? Puff Daddy, Harvey Weinstein. We could go down the list. Listen, y'all, I'm tired. I have to definitely uh, drink a cup of tea because, like I said, my baby's about to get up. But I hope you guys have a blessed hump day. I hope you guys enjoy your work and have a good lunch. And get prepared for us to be together again, either later on tonight or tomorrow. But definitely expect me to come through. But until next time, guys, you guys have a blessed hump day. Like I said, if nobody told you that they love you, just know that we over here at the Odyssey Podcast, we love you. Please subscribe, hit the up like button, notification bell, and please, please, please hit that thumbs up so I can begin to stay in the algorithm. And yeah, leave whatever you want in the comment section, and I always look at my comment section, and I do reply because I do read my comments. So just leave a comment, or if you want me to research something and talk about it, just let me know. But I thank every single one of you, like I said, my bush watchers, my replay watchers, and all of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so very, 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 very much. So I send my love and my blessings from my family to yours. So until next time, this is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word. Peace.